Collision, an event that changes a marble forever. And in 2017, the risk was the highest it could ever be, as fidget spinners, which are now banned, were brought into the event. Marbles were bouncing off the speedy fidget spinners at colossal speed, and there was no way to avoid them. Every second of the video was full of impacts. But one impact shook the marble world. One hit left an image in our brains that'll never leave. Today, we'll be talking about the tragic injury of Momomomo. Team Momo didn't really have high expectations heading into this year's Marble League, even though they got 4th place in 2016, which is definitely an above average finish. But the spotlight was taken away by the Savage Speeders and Mellow Yellow, who had a legendary fight for the top in a classic photo finish, and it's a moment that deserves a whole video to itself. Team Momo got 4th in that deciding race, and had high hopes to do better the next year, with Mo saying, quote, "Last year was great, and we don't plan on stopping at 4th. We have the pieces to compete for a title. Let's get it done." They auto-qualified for the Marble League, and the stage was set. Event 1 went great for the team, with a 5th place finish to start the year. But things didn't go so well in long jump, as they placed 16th overall and fell to 11th. Mind you, this was only Event 2. With 10 events to go, the standings don't really mean much now. I mean, the Savage Speeders and our Rangers were residing middle of the pack at this point, so confidence was still high. But now, we have the main focus of this story, Collision. Many articles were hyping this event as the most extreme event in Marble League history, and boy, did it live up to the hype. The fidget spinners were the main danger, and many marbles didn't realize how fast those spinners would be going. Let's get into the event itself. Group A was fairly clean, but it was just a preview for what was to come. Just look at this sequence one of the primary marbles went through. Wow. Group B was great as well. It even featured an exciting bout between the Savage Speeders and the Rangers. It was the start of their intense showdown through the later stages of the competition. Then, Group C came along. Team Momo got the first match against Team Galactic, which ended in a 0-0 tie.
Right back up to the starting gates. My goodness, thankfully everybody... Oh, okay, and I thought they were actually going to keep each other on, but a little impact on that right-hand side.
They faced the Oceanics in match 3, and lost pretty convincingly to them. They needed a good finish in their next match to salvage some points, and it was against the Midnight Wisps. Right before the event, Momo expressed how important this match was, saying, quote, "It's all or nothing." Here it is, match 5 in Group C. We're going to take it in slow motion, because a lot happened here. First, let's talk about the start, which was pretty awful. 2 marbles were heading for the edge, and one was heading towards the spinner. The one heading towards the spinner is actually Momomomo, the future captain of the team. He helped Team Momo win 3 medals out of their total of 4 last year in 2016. He was definitely the star, with a top 5 finish and a bronze individually. Now what happened next is pretty disturbing. A wisp bounced off the wall and was heading towards the middle. Momomomo would take a hard bounce off the spinner, sending him right into the wisp. It was awful. Medics rushed over to help him, and after analyzing him, they had to tell the team the bad news. Momomomo would be out for the rest of the year. Nearly all of the fellow competitors sent their prayers to the marble, and fans around the world flooded him with messages, cards, and flowers. It was a moment where we all put our opinions aside and came together to give any support possible. Luckily, Momomomo's recovery was very smooth, and he was able to compete the following year. It was one of the most horrific moments ever seen, and it's one that'll never be forgotten. Thankfully, fidget spinners were banned for future years, making the event less speedy and safer. And that about wraps up our story. Thank you guys so much for 200 subscribers, and have a good rest of your weekend. Peace.